It's Never Been Easier to Hire the Wrong Attorney. Written by David W. Craig, author of Semi-Truck Wreck, A Guide for Victims and Their Families, with Abigail Hays. Narrated by Andrew Tell. Note to Reader. If you need an attorney, you need to understand that picking the wrong attorney can be devastating and have long-lasting ramifications. This book is written to help you avoid making that mistake. This doesn't mean that picking the right attorney will be easy. In fact, it is easier to pick the wrong attorney than the right one. Elements like billboards, Google ads, and TV commercials can, unfortunately, sway people into thinking that the number of advertisements is equal to the level of expertise of the attorney. This is simply not true. Inside this book, you will find an explanation of the history of legal advertising, discussion about various types of advertising methods used today, and the ethics of legal advertising, real-life examples of the consequences of inadequate legal representation, and best practices to select the right attorney for your legal matter. If you read this book and follow its guidance, putting in the work, you should be on the right track. The bigger the legal challenges you face, the more important it is to follow this book's guidance in selecting your attorney. Disclaimer. As a disclaimer, there are excellent attorneys who do not have the qualifications or associations or otherwise meet the criteria that I outline. These attorneys are perfectly capable of doing an excellent job for you. There are also attorneys who may meet the criteria that I have outlined, who are not a good fit, or may not be the best attorney for your legal matter. The problem is, as a non-attorney, trying to figure out who is good and who isn't as good is difficult, if not impossible. By following the guidelines outlined in this book, you will significantly increase the likelihood of picking the right attorney. Introduction. Why write this book? The simple answer is that I have seen the harm caused by people picking the wrong attorney. It is painful to witness. I saw a case where a semi-tractor trailer backed into a young man, causing him catastrophic injuries. He was paralyzed, wouldn't be able to work again, and would need 24-hour care every day for the rest of his life. Once he got out of the rehab hospital, his brother took care of him. His brother was a caring person who was worried about the future. He was the one who was tasked with finding an attorney. The semi-truck was owned by a huge corporation that was making billions and had multiple layers of insurance with over $100 million in coverage. The brother was a hardworking and intelligent person who worked as a laborer. He knew no attorneys. He had no idea how to hire an attorney or what to look for in an attorney. The brother called a personal injury attorney in the state where the injuries occurred. The injured brother had been moved out of the state to his brother's house. The brother called the attorney and told him the facts and said he was wondering if he needed to hire an attorney. He also had questions about how he could get immediate help. Financially, they were struggling to purchase their medical and daily needs. They didn't have savings or anywhere to turn. They had lots of questions. All questions were financial in nature and about how long it would take for this matter to be resolved. This attorney tried for several weeks to reassure the brother, answer his questions, and be hired as the attorney. Everything was done over the telephone because they were states away from each other. At the same time the personal injury attorney was talking to this potential client, the trucking company was pulling together a plan to protect itself and minimize the cost of their truck driver's mistake. They put together a team. The team consisted of one of the most charismatic and convincing large claim representatives they had in the company. The truck company then sent that person to the town where the brothers were living. This claim representative went to meet the brother in person. He brought them food and told them how sorry the company was for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?